Hello everyone, this is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna PC. I had just posted on my blog the fact that American Immigration Lawyers Association, our association, had filed a lawsuit against the USCIS, and that lawsuit basically asks the court that all deadlines regarding immigration benefits, etc., should be suspended. So those deadlines include initial applications, responses to requests for evidence, or other responses that are due on or after March 1st. So this is important to remember that date. Anything that is due on or after March 1st should be suspended. That includes also requests for extension of status, maintenance of status, and the consequences of your employment authorization expiring. In other words, even if your employment authorization expires, you should continue working, and you should continue to do that until 90 days after the emergency officially ends. Nobody should be deported during that time. Work authorizations, immigration benefits, everything should be maintained just the way it is. My first instinct was that this is a good complaint and it will do well. I don't have any criticism, but I think two things would have made this perhaps a little better. First of all, Trump should have been named in the party, in the suit, because he is the chief executive officer of the country, unfortunately. And when you sue him, you basically sue all the agencies without having to name them each separately. So if we needed something done from the State Department, for example, regarding visas, we would have to add them to this complaint to get that benefit. But if we had sued Trump, the entire government has been sued. So we don't have to keep adding parties separately, in my opinion. But these lawyers are very smart. They are much better than a lot of other lawyers out there. So I'm pretty sure they've thought these things through. The lawsuit talks about so many other government agencies have made sure that people are protected. Why is USCIS not doing this? Even this court, the DC court where this complaint has been filed, has made accommodations for COVID-related problems. USCIS has taken some steps. They closed their offices, but they are not really doing everything that they should do to protect people. The lawsuit talks about how unfair it is. Many of the doctors, nurses, medical staff, technologists, they're all foreign nationals who are risking their lives. They don't need this stress of having to deal with immigration paperwork at this time. Because the lawsuit has been filed by the American Immigration Lawyers Association, there are certain technical requirements that we have to prove that it's also hurting the immigration lawyers. So the way that has been stated is that, and this is true, we are finding it very difficult to protect our clients. So it is exposing us to legal liability, which is one way of saying it. But I think it's much more important to say that we just cannot effectively practice our profession. How can I protect somebody when I can't have them step outside the house and go to a crowded place to get their picture taken? Some of these things government has taken care of course, and the lawsuit goes on to mention that, but it's still not far enough. And then the lawsuit basically creates a ground based upon which USCIS can actually suspend all these deadlines, including deadlines for people who are here on like visa waiver program, all immigration benefits, non-immigration benefits, conditional resident status, people who have sought political asylum. So they are saying all these people should be protected. I don't think there's a whole lot I want to add to this, but they give some examples of what harm can result if we fall out of status. They talk about unlawful presence as a problem, losing status, losing visas. All of these are issues that USCIS needs to address. And the problem is, even the filing requires certain formalities like signatures, etc. Of course, government has accommodated for some of them, but not all of them. The rejection of a USCIS filing cannot be appealed. So if they say, no, this is not a good filing, you can't really appeal it. So then the lawsuit also talked about, let me get to that part, that there was a lot of correspondence between American Immigration Lawyers Association and between the USCIS. They just have been taking baby steps and just not enough, and that's not helping people at all. There is a lot of anxiety simply because the government refuses to act. So that said, I think this lawsuit has a good chance of success. I would have very much liked to see some of our clients participate in this lawsuit, but I think it was filed in a hurry simply because we just don't have time to wait. Something has to be done. I would not be surprised if this lawsuit is amended to include other plaintiffs to make sure that it becomes even more compelling. Good luck, guys. Just thought I'll let you know what's going on.